even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Patterson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Patterson. That brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Patterson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Throwing on first down. Patterson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run with Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 15 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 79 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Back to throw. Jordan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota, and even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, Patterson. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. Looking to throw. Patterson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jordan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clark.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Callaway. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jordan. He finds his man. Complete. It's Garner. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Operating from the gun. Jordan.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. Callaway. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Jordan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson drops it underneath to Thomas. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Patterson. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jordan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jordan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Operating from the gun, Patterson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes again.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Patterson.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin in the AFC as we've got Buffalo on the road at Indianapolis, and it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. The Colts locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Bryce Young responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one all tied.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, Callaway. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have cut it back within a score.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's the option.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun now. Here's... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Patterson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will lead to a third and goal. Back to throw. Patterson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A very costly sack there on third and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on fourth.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down now.
Callaway. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. To about the 35, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, Jordan. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Jordan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jordan. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. This is Thomas. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 42 yards.
And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Looking to throw on second down. Jordan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Jordan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On fourth down, Jordan.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jordan.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on this.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Throwing on 1st down, Jordan. Over the middle, complete. That's Clark. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Jordan. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Reese.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Vikings, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week.
Meanwhile, for Honolulu,
it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. It's Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing to start the drive.
Minor.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Minor. And that is incomplete.
Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Up the middle they go. Callaway shrugs him off, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Jordan. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Minor got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Minor. And his throw is incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Minor. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it.
They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Operating from the gun. Minor working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. They'll give to Hall. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. 3rd down and 6. As they've got it as we resume action.
Off the play fake.
Jordan.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Taken in at the 22. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
On first down, Minor. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Minor.
That's complete to Pierce.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Minor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Houston. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway evades the tackler, and now some space. Inside the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Paul again.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Minor. And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Jordan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And And that's going to bring up second down. Operating from the gun. Jordan had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go. Callaway. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. To throw on second down. Jordan. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Dragons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, Minor. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Throw right side complete to Carter.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Jordan. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. The Colts trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. The Lumberjacks trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 3rd down, Jordan. And this complete to Mitchell. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Minor. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Looking to throw on second down. Jordan. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And the Texans will take over. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Off play action. Minor. Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's Hall again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Hall.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the bootleg. Minor. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Jordan. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Callaway. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jordan. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jordan. He finds his man. Complete. It's Clark.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on 2nd down. Jordan. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Minor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Minor.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll run on first down. Callaway, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
This is 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jordan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Throwing on first down, Jordan. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Up the middle they go. Callaway fighting his way through contact. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Back to throw. Jordan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jordan, and his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
On the draw, it's Hall.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw on second down. Minor caught by Nelson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Minor. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10. Minor. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on second down. Minor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Callaway. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now the Texans down by 13, 1:09 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Minor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st down, Minor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. Does the big boy have the juice? And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Jordan, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And here comes the Texans now.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Throwing to start the drive. Minor.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Minor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Honolulu, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.